Here she is, the OVD Underwater Aequorea. But before my review, let's look at the spec. Hello and welcome to another watch review. When I first saw the Aequorea on a Microbrand Facebook page in this exact same colourway, I knew I had to have it. I've seen watches that are inspired by the hammerhead and other sharks, the barracudas, legendary sea monsters like the kraken and other gods of the sea, but I've never seen one inspired by the jellyfish. I guess it makes sense. The jellyfish is both graceful and beautiful, extremely harmonious and elegant in the way that it moves so majestically, and that's everything in a nutshell about this watch. And everything comes from the dial. It's got a 42mm case with a 49mm lug-to-lug length that fits a beautiful multi-layered dial that turns the head with its striking colours. What really does it with this dial is the really unique rippled texture on the dial itself, which I assume represent the jellyfish's tentacles. And it's sat beneath the really striking hour markers that I assume represent the jellyfish's hood. It sports a syringe hour and minute hand, with the minute hand being in a very powerful orange. And I love syringe hands. I think it really suggests almost a medical-like precision, and you got to admit it actually looks really cool as well. And the second hand is kind of like a Breguet style lollipop hand, which gives the movement some volume. The bezel is brushed stainless steel and has kind of like shallow rounded indents that's okay to grip. There's a decent click through 120 positions. The one gripe that I've got is the bracelet adjustment. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to changing bracelets or adjusting sizes, but I was surprised that there was no directional indication so I kinda had a guess, and luckily I guessed right. That said, the links are pretty solid, and the feel of the steel matches the case, which I really like. One thing I love is the clasp. It's got a well-made push button action, and has of course a jellyfish engraving. It's got a ratchet extension, which I'm actually quite surprised we don't see more of on divers' watches. This is perfect for adjustment when the wetsuit is worn. The watch is 200 meter water resistant and also has a Seiko NH35A movement, which is currently one of the world's most popular movements and is pretty much widely available in lots of Microbrand watches. The NH35A's accuracy is recorded at -20 to +40 seconds a day. It's under normal conditions. It's actually also worth noting that the date position on the Aequorea is at 4:30. It has a 41-hour power reserve, hacking seconds, which is basically when the second hand stops when the crown's pulled out. So I'm going to put the watch on now, but before I do, I've not mentioned the brand. OVD are a brand based out in Hong Kong, and they produce a lot of very quirky timepieces, ranging from their fantastic Moon and Mars pieces, with a Moonwalker one that particularly caught my eye, to the Titanic and the Da Vinci-inspired pieces. The one thing I have to mention is the lume, with its Swiss Super Luminova. Holy smokes, without a doubt the best lume timepiece I have. The other colourway, the UW has a white, fully loomed dial in its case, but this one, without a doubt, really stands out. What do you guys think? For me, the fact that OVD, which by the way stands for Origin, Vision and Design, don't use their master brand on any of their designs and instead choose to showcase the branding of their product ranges, I find really unique in itself. It's as if each design is a completely new thought process, with no real regard to upholding a master design, but instead they simply keep the ethos of origin, vision and design as a concept. Well, hello there, Aequorea. See you later. Don't crash, don't crash. I'm back.
Daddy, do you want a Nerf gun battle? Daddy, please can you read me a bedtime story?
Night night, mate. It's time for sleep.
Good night.
Night night, Aequorea.